Make sure you join our Crypto Gamers and Collectors Facebook group for more information and discussions on crypto collectibles. What's up, everyone? Maddie from DCLblogger.com. Another week of sales, guys. We are another week down in the life of Decentraland, and we have another week of land sale history to go through. I love doing these videos because there's just so much to talk about. Allows me to keep fresh eyes on like historical land sale prices, the current market conditions, and put my thoughts and everything out there for everyone else to kind of see. So I'm going to be using Decentrastats once again just for these type of videos. It's really easy to go through with the images so that everyone understands the exact parcel that I'm talking about as I'm talking about it, not just coordinates. So starting from the top, what I've done is each one of these tabs I've got open one page of Decentrastats. We're just going to go through most of the parcels and kind of just go a bit of like give some commentary on each one. So the marketplace is an interesting place now because there isn't that many. Like the cheapest parcels you can get are about 6,000 mana, and parcels of that caliber of 6,000 mana, or between 5.5 to 6,500 mana, are really far out. The far out kind of places where there is a lot of vacant land around them. Just might be a good thing for people that want to build estates to connect to those kind of parcels once the next land auction is out. But in terms of them being close to districts, close to traffic, close to activity, those type of parcel prices has gone up and is continuing to go up. So as you can see, like these parcels here, or this one specifically, 6,900 mana, because it's close to a district, it gets bought out quite quickly, right? It's actually not a bad buy. I think you can flip that pretty easily for 7.5, maybe even 8,500 mana. This first one parcel away is 9,000 mana, and then you've got any parcel that's somewhat close to or in a cluster of districts seems to sell for anywhere between 6.5 to 7.5, 6.5 to 8,000 mana. So anything that's close to districts or Genesis Plaza. So all of these here are not a bad buy. In fact, they're pretty good. They can be resold. There's a pocket over here in between Red Light and Fashion Street where there's not that many parcels here, and if you can see on the map, the place that I'm talking about is this specific area here. So a lot of parcels selling for in that area, even though they're not connected to the district or any roads, they're still selling for a decent price. Like this one, right? This is not even connected to the road, if you can see closely, and it's sold for 10,900 mana, which is almost double the price of one in other areas. And the concept of scarcity applies a lot, specifically in Decentraland, that I've noticed. And I've been following non-fungible tokens or kind of crypto collectibles for a long while now, and scarcity is like the major factor in determining the value of something. For example, like if you go to the map and if you go to the marketplace, Decentraland marketplace, what you will see is on each corner of like right down here in the bottom left corner, like -150 to -150, that parcel sold for I think 150,000 mana during the auction. So instead of buying 150 other lands that you could have picked up for 1,000 mana, someone put 150,000 mana into a corner parcel because there's only 4 corners in all of Decentraland. So I mean, there's value there. Scarcity and limitations in the availability of these things drive the price up. They always have and they always will. Just the same reason why Bitcoin is and will always be valuable. So again, like the reason why I bring that up is because this area over here is a scarce area. You can't find many parcels that are purchasable here. Once these are all bought out, there's not going to be much opportunity to sell them again, as in for new investors to come and buy a place in that area. So if you can pick up parcels in this area, you're going to be looking at or if you're selling parcels in that area, you're going to be selling them, or you can sell them for even up to like 10,000 to 15,000 mana, even if they're not connected to single roads. If they are connected to single roads, I've seen parcels go for up to 25,000 mana. So that specific area is a very interesting area for me. This one is in between two single roads and sold for 7,500 mana. I used to have so many parcels connected to this area, connected to single roads. And I remember when I was selling them, the market was kind of down, and there was so many road parcels for sale in between like 7,500 to 10,000 mana. So I had to really price mine really low. So I sold like 20 single parcels connected to single roads for about 7,900, 8,200 mana. Now seeing that people are buying parcels that are not even connected but close to single roads for 7,500 mana makes me think I should have just held on a little bit longer. Anyway, if we keep moving down, there's another area that has been of interest to me over the last week, and that's this area here, which is under Southeast Genesis Plaza, which is this. Oh, actually, no, it's just east. No, no, yeah, Southeast Genesis Plaza, which is this area right here. Okay, someone's been dumping a lot of lands in this area. So in between 6,000 to 7,000 mana, there's been a lot of land sold in that area, which for me is a good buy because, like I said, the cheapest lands you can buy is 6,000 mana. And those lands are so far out that if you can buy lands for 6,000 mana close to like Genesis Plazas or districts, then you've got a good deal. And you can easily sell them for like 6,500, 7,000, 7,500. I'm trying to sell them for 7,900 mana each because they're all clustered together as a 9 parcel district. So you can imagine, that's like 1,500 mana profit if I can do that per parcel. And I've got 9 of them. So that's like almost 15,000 mana in profit if I can do that. What else do we have, guys? What else do we have? These 2 parcels sold for 21,000 mana each, connected to a double road. Now, double road parcels sell for between 15,000 to 40,000 mana. I have noticed. I'm talking about the parcels that are they are out of the minus 50 to 50 coordinates, so they're not in the inner central. I'm talking about the double roads that kind of branch out and go outwards into the other parts of the Decentraland map or world. Those parcels usually sell for between 15 to 40,000 mana. Now, this specific one is connected to the minus 50 double road that goes all the way up. And if you can look on the map, that's this double road here. You can see it goes all the way up. It even connects to this other single road that goes all the way up into this Vegas City to Decentraland University. So there's expected to be a lot of traffic going down this specific road. And those parcels that we just saw sold for 21,000 mana, I think they sold for somewhere around here. Okay, I sold 2 parcels in this area connected to the double road on the right side of the double road. I sold them each, one for 27,000 mana and another one for 35,000 mana. So getting these 2 for 21,000 mana each is a pretty good deal. I think you can sell them, you can easily flip them for like 24,000, 25,000 mana each. What else do we have? We got more parcels being sold in between a lot of districts. Got one here sold close to a single road, sold for 10,000 mana. Again, like I bought a cluster. These aren't the ones that I bought. I think the ones that I bought are further down the page. Let me see. I think they're on page 3. Yeah, all of these are all the ones that I bought. You can see like they're all very close together. And there's 9 of them and I bought them for 6,000 mana each. And the next day, someone came along and bought all of these parcels for in between 8,000 to 12,000 mana, which is like 2 to 4,000 mana more than mine. And obviously the 12,000 ones are the ones connected to single roads. But the bottom line is that there's value here because it's close to Genesis Plaza. And when looking and comparing with other parcels, it's like the better kind of location in that price range. So yeah, like those all sold. What else do we have? We have this 39,000 mana, really? Okay, I don't know about that one. It's an outlier, but this one sold for 13,900 mana. I think this is Dan's, and he is selling a bunch of them over here for a really good price, and I've put it into my blog post. There's a lot of land, like the ones connected to double roads, being sold for about 13 to 15,000 mana, and the ones like 1 or 2 single roads off that, parcels off that, are being sold for like 6 to 7,000 mana, which is a pretty fair price. More single roads, like these ones here. What else do we have? Nope. Nothing interesting there apart from the ones I've already gone through. That one sold for 6,000 mana. Another good deal. Again, you can easily flip that for like 7,000 mana, 7,500 mana. What else? This one sold for 14,000 mana. So what I've noticed is this Decentraland sign, anything close to this like Decentraland kind of a sign, or this, all these letters are a lot more valuable than the other single roads, because I think people are thinking it's going to become like an iconic location. So single roads being, as long as they're connected to this Decentraland area, selling for like between 10 to 15,000 mana. Like 14,000 mana is a pretty penny to pay for that. This one sold for 12,500 mana. This one connected to a district, sold for 19,400 mana. What else do we have? 12,400 mana. So I guess if you can find single roads connected to this area for under 10k, ideally under 9k, then hey, it could be a good deal. What else do we have, guys? So that's that. 4 pages. I'm going to go through 5 pages because I think that goes through 1 week. Yep, 1 week. What else do we have? What else? 7,250 mana. Not that good. I mean, like, not great, but it's good. Okay, I think that's all of them. Yeah. That's all of those. So I guess the lands that I have been really interested in, and I've noticed is, again, there's not that many lands available that are close to districts and close to Genesis plazas, close to double roads, not connected, but somewhat close, right? A lot of the parcels for new investors that don't want to put too much money into this, because the majority of new investors aren't going to dump like 100,000 mana and buy, lots and lots of parcels, or the most premium parcels. They're going to just um, kind of feel the waters, see what's out there. So a lot of the bottom range parcels are what people are going to look for first, right? The cheapest parcels. It's the most logical thing to do. So I like to buy things on the really, really cheap end, because I know that's slowly going to rise, and the cheapest parcels are going to go from 5,000 mana to eventually 6,000 mana to 7,000 to 8,000 mana, because just again, like, as people get into this virtual reality space and Decentraland, the project, they're going to buy and hold. They're not going to buy and resell. So slowly, the bottom is coming up. That's the history. So I'm going to also go through, as I usually do, the marketplace. So I'm going to go through the best parcels currently on the market. Now, just because they're the best parcel doesn't mean that they're a good buy. Sometimes timing is also really important. So you might have to wait a bit if you want certain priced parcels, okay, till those become available. But currently, looking at the market today, right now, I see a few parcels that are decently priced. For example, this one right here is selling for 250,000 mana. Might be a lot of money, but it's one of the higher end parcels that are well priced, because it's only like 2 or 3 parcels. It's only 2 parcels away from Center Genesis Plaza. It's connected to a double road, and I think originally it sold for quite a lot. Like if I were to click here, I'll click on it later. I think it was like 50,000 mana it originally sold for in the auction. These 2 parcels, 75,000 mana, somewhat close to Genesis Plaza, like 5 parcels away, only 1 parcel away from this double road, but they're connected to a single road, which is the only bad thing. But still, like if you're a high investor, or you have a lot of money to spend and you want to get a really good location, I would suggest this one. These 2. What else do we have? The ones in the million? Ooh, what's that? 220,000. That's not too bad, but I think these would be better at 75,000 mana. There's a few here. 90,000 mana for that one. 90,000 mana for, I think, another one. For this one too. I think they're all from the same owner, so you might be able to contact him to get a really good deal. These are my 4 that I'm trying to sell. 99,000. I'm trying to get like a total of 300,000 mana ish for these 4. I think there's a lot of value, because it's the whole estate is connected to 3, right? Like it's got 3 adjacent roads to the whole side of it. So if you're building something, like, you are well covered. You're gonna get a lot of traffic from this area, all the people going north. So like, even if I don't sell it, that's fine. I'm thinking of like renting out the space for people that want to build experiences that get lots of high volume traffic. But apart from that, like if you want to get the cheaper lands and you're more of a like not that big here. It is really interesting to me. 6 parcels. He might drop it to 5,500 each if you wait a bit. If not, there's still a risk. It's so far down, so far at the edge of the map. There's not many districts in this area, so it's far from locality. There's a lot of people. Like there's a lot of open land, so you're not going to see much traffic here. That's the only crap thing. But the fact that it's an estate and it's cheap, I've got my eyes on it. I'm just waiting for it to drop a little bit more. This area, I keep moving myself around. This area over here is quite interesting. It is the ones like I picked up. My 9 parcels are these ones over here. I've got them on another account, so they're not red. Yeah, but they're all selling for 7,900 mana. I bought them all for 6,000 mana, but there's still a lot of other parcels that are priced at, I think, 6,500 mana. I think so. Which one is it? One of these are priced 6,800 mana, 7,000 mana. So these two aren't bad. I put them up for like 7,500 mana, then you might make some quick profit. I'm trying not to invest too much mana into land because I've got like 700,000 to 800,000 mana tied up in just land that I really need to clear. I'm desperately waiting for the estate feature to come out. So yeah, guys, that's it. Like, there's a lot of other parcels that are decently priced, but obviously I look for ones that are really good buys because I'm a flipper. I make money from reselling that land. So the type of land I look for, they don't have to be a good deal. They have to be a great deal. But yeah, hope this week's video was educational. For the next 4 or 5 days, I'll still be releasing content. I want to cover the BBC talk video that we were interviewed there, and we had a segment on the BBC radio and podcast, which is freaking awesome. Love to go through that, and I'm also going to be releasing some information on all districts. So I've got in contact and in touch with like 10 to 15 district leaders. I've shot them across some questions, and I'm waiting for some answers back. A lot of them have been very receptive and very grateful that there's a bit of a communication challenge, like there's a way for them to reach out and kind of update everyone to see the progress. And I'm very impressed with the progress. I have to say there's some amazing things being built. So stay in tune this week. Keep checking back, okay? Good luck, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video or the next blog.